Welcome to Ordinary Effort, where a bunch of random fans get some random baseball players and try not to biff the grid. I'm Mike here with my buddy Josh. We are looking at Immaculate Grid 1020. And Josh, I I've been cycling through my hats, right? And I just went to Cincinnati. For those who don't know, every time I go to a new stadium, I'm trying to see a game. I'm trying to see a game at every stadium, and every time I go to a new stadium, I get the hat of the team that plays there. I
Yeah.
just went to Great American Ballpark last fall, last week of the season. This hat's difficult for me because of how the season ended and how the Mets lost out on the final playoff spot to the Reds.
Oh,
So I'm not going to wear these. And I think I said this before. I will not wear any other teams in season. So I'm going to just get this out of the way now. I like the hat,
it's
but
a good hat. Yeah.
yeah, but this one's a little bittersweet for me. Anyway, but we do have Reds box on this grid, so I thought
Yeah.
this would, get what better time than now. So
I mean, I'm wearing this Expos hat because I really like it. We do have Nats on the grid, but I don't want people to think that because of that, I'm going to have these like insane Expos pulls. I'm sort of a fraud in that department. I just really like the hat. So, but that said, we do have a good grid. We've got Nats or Expos, Marlins, Phillies, and then going across Mariners, Reds, and pitched minimum one game, which is just a super fun category.
yeah.
Um, yeah. Where do you want to start, Mike?
Do you want to start with Nationals Reds?
Okay, nice. Yeah.
I don't know what. So
Might as well. Yeah.
name that comes to mind here is Sean Doolittle,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
who and I think every now and then I will mix up the teams of like Matt Moore and Mike Minor, probably
Mm,
because of the double M's. And I think one of them pitched for the Reds and one didn't, and I continue to confuse them. But I'm pretty sure that Doolittle had a
yeah.
season with the Reds, and he had a couple seasons with the Nats. Was he on the World Series winning Nationals team in 2019?
He might have been. I mean, I know he was like a fan favorite on the Nats for
Yeah,
sure. And Nats boxes are hard too with these expansion teams. Like rarity is always a little inflated. But
yeah.
I think Doolittle definitely works here. I'm trying to think if anyone comes to mind right away. Who else? But
Asdrubal Cabrera, I think, fits
okay,
here. Also here,
nice.
also. Um, after that, hmm,
Yeah, we picked this grid, but I wouldn't say I have a ton of Nats or Expos in my head. So
I could
I
go with either of those guys.
I like Doolittle. He seems like a good guy.
I was gonna say he's a good dude, like from what I've seen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I like giving him a shout here.
let's do it. Sean Doolittle. I got a slight. There we go. 3%.
Okay,
I'll say
nice.
I do like that alternate hat
I do,
that he's got on in
yeah.
the picture. That's a
I
good
also
one.
really liked the rose jerseys they did, but then they retired them. But I thought it was like really cool.
Yeah, like the City Connect ones.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, some of those are better than others, but some of those are
It's true.
really
Yeah,
clean looking.
yeah. Um, We jump up for a sec because this guy is okay. I'm looking for a second at Phillies Reds,
Okay.
and there's a guy who people have been like really into using in the Discord, and I shouldn't be like I don't use him, but he pitched for like 11 teams.
Oh.
It's Bruce Chen,
Oh,
and I don't
okay.
know why I don't think to use him. I don't think I like remember. I obviously know the name. But I don't remember him that well, so he's not one of my like grid hack guys but he
Okay.
does work here. I know him because a lot of our guys are Phillies fans, so he's like definitely pitched for the Phillies, and I know Reds is one of his other teams, so he's an option here. But I don't know if you've got some other guys. Um,
So going back to like the 90s, I think this is a guy we might have talked about with one of our guests. It might have been Adam. I can't remember for sure who was the person that brought this up, but Norm Charlton, the
okay,
relief pitcher, he was on like the what was it, like the Nasty Boys
yeah,
Reds
yeah, yeah.
bullpen with like probably the team with like Rob Dibble and like those guys on the back end of the bullpen. And I think he pitched for both of these teams.
Okay,
But I like giving the nod to the Discord also with Chen, so I'm good with Bruce
yeah.
Chen.
I
Um,
think he's up on like our because we've been keeping stats in the Discord. I think he's up in our top players used. I've never
I
used him.
okay. I haven't either
Let's do
personally,
it.
but
Let's use Bruce Chen. I feel like we should use him on our episode at least once.
Yeah, let's get him in there. 0.3%
Nice.
hidden gem.
Okay.
Hopefully we don't blow up the spot too much here.
Yeah.
And if you're listening and don't know what our Discord
Yeah,
is,
true.
we play grid every day. There's just a
Yeah.
bunch of people just randomly, everybody takes a box and
Yeah.
we just cycle through and there's different themes. It's a lot of fun. So if you haven't joined our Discord yet, the link is what in the description somewhere.
Yeah. Check it out in the YouTube description or find it on Instagram or DM us. We'll definitely get you there. So it's a lot of fun, yeah, like Mike said. So, um, all right. Where do you want to go next, Mike?
So I kind of had my eye on this Marlins box. The Marlins pitched one game.
Okay,
Th
nice. Yeah.
and there's a guy I like to use here. Do you remember Chris Volstad?
Not really, no. Was he a
And now
reliever or is he
he was a starter, or at least he
okay.
began his career as a starter. He was really tall. And
Okay.
I remember, and there was something notable that happened with him because I remember throwing him in the Discord and somebody was like, "Oh, Volstad, like the infamous or the famous for this thing," and I was like, I forgot that it happened, but okay. So he may not be quite as sneaky, or at least I mean the people in Discord are so good at this, but
Oh
like
yeah, like
yeah,
yeah.
but Volstad he didn't have a very long career. He might have stuck around the league maybe 5, 6 seasons. He was Marlins, White Sox, Pirates, and there might have been one other team in there that I'm blanking on, but he probably won't be very high here. You also got like some random
Yeah.
guys like Vicente Belozo. I think I'm probably
That sounds
butchering the
familiar.
name.
Yeah.
He's more current. Yeah, Valente Belozo. Sorry.
Yeah.
Um, just like I'm trying to think of other. What about
Uh,
you? Who do you have?
Kyle Bearclaw works here because
Ah,
he
yes,
came up. We've used him so much. The other one
legend.
I've been trying to use like Javi Vasquez more, and
Okay,
I bring him up because he probably is a large portion of the Nats pitched one game because he had a pretty decently long career with the Expos, but he also pitched for the Marlins. So he works, but I
did
mean he's sort of a more household name. Um, I mean, this box is so wide open that
you know who works here? We talked about, and I think that we did this when we did our season end stats in 2024. But Vidal Brujan,
oh yeah,
the
yeah.
infielder, pitched
Yes, he
for the
does. Yeah.
Marlins, and I would fit this box too.
Oh,
And I
I
don't
like
know if
that too.
we've talked about him. I
Yeah.
don't know that we actually threw him on a box, so that could
I
be a
like
fun one to
that.
use here.
Yeah.
You want to use Brujan?
Let's do it. Yeah.
I think he's been signed and released by a few teams this offseason, and I
Yeah.
think most recently he might have been signed by the Mets.
Okay. Yeah, he definitely
So
works
let's
here. I like that. Yeah.
Vidal Brujan, 0.2% hidden gem
In the Cubs hat too.
in the Cubs hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Um, I've got a guy, I'm looking at Mariners, Nats, in this case, Expos. It's a
Okay.
guy I tried to throw and biffed a while back, a few grids ago. It's like the guys who keep us up at night, like who are like you like we were sure they worked for the box and they didn't. And then of course you go to their baseball reference page and figure it out why. But this is Carl Everett. I tried to use him on a Red Sox, which worked, but I forget the team that it didn't work for. At any rate, he works for these teams, and I just have a memory of Carl Everett because he played in the Atlantic League a little bit when
Oh,
remember
for the
like the
Ducks, right?
yeah, remember
Yeah,
like the Ducks were a thing. They recently got bought, actually. I don't know if you saw that, like
I did not see that.
by a group in Texas. So I don't know how much longer there will be the Long Island Ducks, but Carl Everett works here. I'm not tied to
Okay.
using him in any way. There might be some better shouts.
I mean, so like Jesse Winker works here.
Yep,
He's
yep,
probably not going to be the most rare, but he fits.
yeah.
We used Everett not terribly long ago, I think for a Red
Okay.
Sox box actually, or we might have
We
tried to
biffed
throw
him,
him
I think.
for,
Yeah,
yeah, we did. That's right. I
yeah.
think we tried to throw him for Red Sox and Rays, and he hadn't
That's what
played
it
for the
was. So
Rays.
it was that's what it was. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So um
I mean, Randy Johnson
yeah,
is the obvious here. If you go back
yeah.
to Expos, but wasn't who was the guy on the other side? Um was it Mark McLemore or Delino DeShields? I one of
Oh,
those like infield guys from that period of time was part of the trade going back. Do you remember who
okay.
that
I
was? I
really
want to
don't
say it might have
remember.
been
No.
Macklemore. We don't have to do it if we're not sure.
The other one is Spike Owen, but I think these are like his two most common teams. It's
hmm,
the guy that Adam called out. Some of the guys who are more fans of like that era of baseball in our Discord call him a lot. But so I think he's
yeah,
fairly like notable for these teams, but not to say
yeah.
Carl Everett will be necessarily rare either.
No, I think he'll be more rare than the rest of them, though. I'm good with using
Yeah,
Everett
he
here.
didn't play on these teams for a ton of time, I don't think. So
Right.
let's go Everett.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Um,
do it. Carl Everett, 0.4% hidden
okay.
gem, triple
Nice.
play, and the Mets hat. He
Okay,
did. He
nice.
was a Met. Yeah. So,
Beautiful.
all right.
Um, okay. Where do you want to go next?
So why don't we do Phillies Mariners? Now,
Yeah,
Cliff Lee works here, and we just used him pretty recently.
we did.
Instagram doesn't seem to show people that video, but he we used him pretty recently. I don't get the algorithm. I don't
It's no
understand
one does.
why
Yeah.
things get shown and some other things just anyway. But yeah,
Yeah.
Cliff Lee does fit here, and we've talked many times about Carlos Santana fitting here also. Um, those are
Raul
like the
Ibanez is probably pretty high up here. Um,
yes, yeah.
who else? I feel
Is
like
there a
Seattle's like a weak spot for me. Like, I
we
don't.
have actually yeah we have talked before about how like the West Coast specifically. I think you said in one in that actually it was probably the
Yeah.
box when we threw Cliff Lee. You said like you're asleep by the time the
Oh
Mariners
yeah,
games
like
are
I
on
just
half the
like I'm
time.
past the point of staying up
Yeah,
that late to watch them. But trying to think who else would
and
work here.
you know now that I'm thinking of it, I Norm Charlton might actually work for this box too. I'm
Oh
trying to I'm trying to place him. I could be very wrong though, and I don't
no,
want to
I
biff
actually
again.
think that you're saying when you're saying it. I don't know why. Maybe I like pictured him in a Mariners hat before, but
Yeah. Ugh.
and I think maybe we've got a guy in our Discord, Matt, who's a huge Mariners fan. I feel like he maybe has mentioned him before. So if you're sure that he played for the Phillies,
He definitely played for the Phillies. And we could also use him for the Phillies pitched
pitch
one
one
game.
game.
So that's an option. Although, I mean, there's a lot of fun names we could still throw there. I
I feel
think
like I think he might work here.
I think he does too.
We could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Norm Charlton pitched for the Mariners. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure because I just have such a memory of Matt in our Discord, who's also just a great dude. Um, just talking about him in a Mariners context. I could be wrong, but I'm willing to take the willing to
Yeah.
go for it.
All right, we're both on yeah. This hopefully this is
We're
not a
both on the
Jorge
hook for a
Alcala
biff
right.
here because we talked ourselves into it.
Hey, there we
Okay,
go.
nice.
Norm Charlton,
Yeah.
1% in
There
the
we go.
Reds uniform.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
beautiful. Um, yeah, you kind of alluded to that pitch minimum one game. Those are fun. Maybe we'll keep those for close them out or something like
Little
that.
palate
Or
cleanse when we
yeah.
get yeah.
But
I,
Marlins, Mariners,
I
woof, yeah, Marlins are. This is a
I,
sneaky for us hard little box. Let's see. I'm kind of, man, this is gonna be. I'll probably be talked out of it. I'm like, all of a sudden committed to getting 9 out of 9 here. Like, I'm just like,
yeah,
but at first I got to think of a guy.
that would be helpful. Yeah. And I'm just
um, this isn't like a Paul Bacco box, right? Or um,
oh,
I feel like
he caught for the Reds.
mm,
That I know.
for some reason I think he played for the Mariners, but I'm less confident about the Marlins, so it doesn't super help.
Yeah. Oof.
I'm trying to think of some just straight up Marlins guys for a sec, but like Starling Castro played for the Marlins and Yankees. Probably another team I'm
Yeah.
forgetting. Um, Jamie Moyer pitched for the Mariners. I don't know that his teams include.
No, I don't think he
Uh,
pitched for the Marlins. I am I am completely blanking right now on this box.
maybe we'll come back to it. Maybe something else will. Not that I think Marlins Reds is a lot better. Maybe Marlins
No.
is the weak spot for me.
I mean, there. Do you want to jump to the Marlins Reds? So I think Matt Moore actually does fit here.
Okay.
If you remember,
Oh, Matt Moore for sure works for Marlins. If that's the one I don't know which
do you
one you're less
remember?
sure about,
Yeah.
but
So do you remember it was like two? I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, maybe 2023. It was Otani's last year on the Angels
yeah,
when they were not in a playoff position at the deadline, and they said, you know what? We're going to just trade for some players.
yeah,
And then they missed the playoffs and they cut like $8 million worth of payroll,
yeah,
guys that they traded prospects for.
yeah,
And I believe there were like five guys, right? It was
yeah.
Hunter Renfro
Hunter
was one,
Renfro.
Matt Moore was another.
Yeah.
Oh, so am I? But I know because Matt Moore latched on with another team after he got cut by the Angels. And I think
Well, do you know he pitched for the Reds? Is that the one you're trying to figure out,
that's what I'm
or?
trying to figure out.
Because I know
Yeah.
Marlins for sure. Because I actually
Yeah.
think he pitched for the Marlins in a year where they were like weirdly on the bubble of the playoffs. And it was the whole thing that, like, if they had made the playoffs, he would not be eligible to play with them because of how they picked him up late in the
Right.
year,
Because it would have been after the cutoff, right?
waiver
So,
deadline or something. So, but I don't know about the
right.
Reds. I just don't know.
I'm trying to think like, so Hunter Renfro for sure was one of the guys. And somebody else was picked up, I think, by Cleveland. And
mm,
I'm just trying to remember if that was where, if I'm pretty certain it was Matt Moore. I'm just trying to remember where he landed after the Angels cut him. And
yeah,
and now I'm not, and they all wear red uniforms. So maybe
yeah,
this is what I was talking about with like was it Doolittle that I was talking about this? Where like I'm
yeah.
not sure if he yeah, maybe we
Oh man, the Marlins row. I that snuck up on me, and I just like trying to think of some guys.
yeah. Um wow,
Wow.
are we really this bad at the Marlins? I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I have fallen a little bit out of my rhythm with like playing daily
Oh
grids.
yeah,
It's been
me
a little bit
too.
just because life, but I'm this is I am very frustrated with myself. Did did Billy Hamilton latch on with I know Billy Hamilton latched on with like a lot of teams. He had a very brief stint with the Mets, with the Braves, I think with the White Sox. This is all after his tenure with the Reds,
I don't think that
not the
model. I
Marlins.
can't picture it, but that doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Right, right. Oh, this is brutal.
Man,
Um,
it's gonna be fun to edit.
did
Um,
did I mean we could use a grid hack here, like it did Edwin Jackson,
oh, true. I'm not even
Rich
sure
Hill.
actually.
Yeah,
Rich
no, I
Hill. Gosh, I truly don't know.
I'm trying to go through like closers. Do we go position by position here?
Let's go. Yeah. It's got to be pitchers. I keep trying to think of pitchers because there's just so many of them on a team. But Marlins pitchers, I'm trying to think of Mariners or Reds to be honest. Anyone I could think of for either team.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, can we phone a friend? Like who do we? Who,
I, I don't have any Marlins fan friends. Like,
oh man, I
um,
don't think they exist. Um,
well, no, they. I did go to a game down there, and it was sparsely attended.
yeah.
Um, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous.
I'm just gonna rattle names that I don't think work. Emilio Bonifacio. Why does I think like he played, I think, for the
He
Marlins, maybe.
was he definitely played for the Marlins.
Uh
Preston Wilson,
okay. Oh,
center
I kind of
fielder.
for a second yeah, interesting. Which one were you
Um,
thinking? Because I could sort of talk myself into him playing for either team. Um,
I
I wouldn't be shocked if it worked for Marlins Reds. The other one I was
he
thinking
definitely
about
played for the
was
Marlins. He he definitely played for the Marlins.
yeah.
I,
Oh, what about no, did Mike Cameron ever play for the Marlins? Because he played for
oh,
both
I
the
got one.
Mariners and the Reds. Oh, here we go.
I got
Nice.
one. We've used him before, but it's
Who
better than nothing.
cares?
Austin Kearns.
Okay, nice.
Austin
Yeah,
Kearns had a
love
brief
it.
stint towards the end of his career with the Marlins. That might have been the last team he played for. I'm not.
Okay,
We're throwing Austin
let's
Kearns
do
because it's
it.
the
We
only
need it.
name
We
that
need
I'm
a win
sure of.
here. Yeah.
1%.
Boom.
Okay.
Nice. If we get a
Wow.
9 out of 9 on this, we're like, I don't even, I mean, we might not. I don't know. But Mariners Marlins is the one that's just still bugging me.
Yeah. I, I mean, okay. Ichiro. It's not. He's going to be probably 30%
It's true. It
here, but
works
like
though. It does work.
Ichiro,
He's probably the top answer. He might be like, because it's Marlins, like 45%. Um, all right.
to
So
do it
we
for
know
Mariners.
we've
Yeah.
got Ichiro in there as an option.
The amateur hour box. It's like,
Do you wanna do a palate cleanse here and just jump to one of the pitch one games, see if our
honestly, I know because
brain
I'm going to
thinks
dread this.
about.
It's going to be just looming
Okay,
there. I think
okay,
we just
okay.
need to knock this box out.
All right, so
I
let's give ourselves like a minute, and if we can't think of anyone, we're just gonna go Ichiro. Um,
can't believe we're about to
I'm
go
just,
Ichiro here.
oh man, I can't think of. Let's see. I want to say I'm thinking about Mike Morgan again because I know he pitched for one of the expansion teams because he like the end of his career, but I want to say it was like Arizona. Um, let's see. Um,
Shinsu Chu did not play for the Marlins. He played for Cincinnati though, and he
and
played for
David
the
Robertson
Mariners.
never pitched for the Mariners, right?
I don't think
Um,
so. No. Are we really? Oh, no, no, no. Unbelievable.
I
We're really about
think
to throw
let's
Ichiro,
do
aren't we?
it. I mean, how long can we make people sit
Okay,
through this?
perfect opportunity. If you're watching this right now and you know any other player at all that played for these two teams, we are completely dropping in the comments. We are
This is going to be like 50%.
oh, it's gonna be a lot.
Let's just do it.
Ich-
Get it over with.
Ichiro
Oh my
45.
God.
We've been doing this for
We've got
over
to
two
study. We've
years.
got to study up.
My goodness.
Uh,
Okay.
they should take us off the air. Um,
Yeah, right.
Phillies.
We're the types of guys that think like, good old Brooklyn Dodgers, Sandy
Oh
Koufax.
man. All
Okay.
right. All
Um,
right. Now we can palate cleanse. We've
right,
got to be
yeah, we
able
can
to
have
think
fun
of
with
some
these.
guys for this.
Unbelievable.
And my brain's just fried though. Let's do the Nationals one. Nationals pitched one game. Um, Hunter Harvey. Let's
Hunter Harvey does
see.
work here. Okay. There is a guy here who we've talked about, and we used him probably in one of our first grids. Mets, he's a former Met. He's the guy that my dad would be yelling about from
Oh,
the kitchen. So Mel Rojas does
oh,
does work here.
I like it.
We could go back to Mel Rojas. It's been a
It's been a
minute.
couple years, so I think it's okay to use Mel Rojas again.
There is another
Um,
guy though, and since
okay.
you're wearing the Expos hat, and Rojas was on the
Yeah,
Expos, so
the
that works.
Expos. Yeah.
There was another guy, uh, starting pitcher. Do you remember Dustin Hermanson?
No, I don't.
I remember him distinctly because he had he was very tall. I believe he had a goatee, and he would always wear this like very thick chain. And
Mm,
that's really all I could tell you about him. But I distinctly remember Dustin Hermanson
yeah.
on the Expos. So we could go throwback to Mel Rojas. We could go Dustin Hermanson here. You also mentioned Javi Vasquez. He does fit here too,
Yeah.
right?
I think he'll be
So
pretty high. So out of the names you said, I actually think Dustin Hermanson will be
not going to
pretty
be higher than
good.
Ichiro.
Well, I mean, it's not even possible. Like, let's go Dustin Hermanson. We haven't called that name out.
No, we haven't. Dustin Hermanson, 0.2%
Nice.
hidden gem, and the facial hair is memorable.
Oh my gosh.
That is
That's one
exactly
of
what I
the
remember.
best dead shots I've ever seen.
It's very good. It's very good.
The sideburns are memorable.
Yeah.
Um,
All
all right, let's
right.
close this monstrosity out. I mean, it could be worse. This is
This isn't bad. It's just the
it's
one.
not
It's the
bad. It's just
Ichiro box.
Ichiro just absolutely annihilated us. Phillies pitched one game. I mean, a whole bunch of people, right? Who's the guy they always like to use in the Discord? Not Cy Young. There's like Cy something, an old guy.
Oh, well. So there is
But
a guy here that's like from Dead Ball era. Gus. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but Gus Weighing. This
oh,
guy
pitch
was
for the
definitely a
Phillies.
Philly. Yeah, yeah, like a very, very long time ago.
I kind of like the idea of getting like Ichiro and Gus
Right, because
Wang,
it
who's
cause
probably
we'll
bound to
give
be
the
like a
illusion.
point zero something.
Anybody
Like,
who looks at this is going to be like, "What? How does this happen?" You get Gus Weighing, who people probably might know him, like especially if you know Deadball. But like,
sure.
how do you go from Vidal Brujan as a pitcher, Gus Weighing from 1887, and then oh yeah, Ichiro Suzuki at 45%?
Let's do
I'm
it.
just yeah,
Let's do Gus Wang. Yeah.
Gus Weighing. I think he won like 20 games for them too.
0.03%.
0.03%. Hidden gem. I don't even know what order we went in here. No,
So
no,
it's
that's right. Ichiro,
51. Ichiro has 45 of that.
45%
So this is
on the
the
start.
Ichiro grid now.
This is
Like,
the infamous Ichiro grid.
oh
Again,
my God.
please flood our comments with all of the players that we should have used instead for that box. Embarrassing, embarrassing. Nice
Oh,
little a couple facial hairs on that right hand column though.
oh
Gus Wayne's
yeah.
got the mustache going. Beautiful.
Plus, like the Doolittle beard. I mean, this is a great looking
This
beard
is a
grid.
this is a beard grid.
Yeah, and we Maddoxed it.
We
It
did
doesn't
Maddox it.
feel like it. It doesn't feel good, but it is a Maddox.
It still happened.
Yeah.
So that's what
Oh
counts.
man.
Okay.
Well,
So what do we have? One, two, three, four, five hidden gems.
yeah.
And Ichiro.
Hey, we got Immaculate, and that's not
We did.
bad.
We
So
did.
we got
Yeah,
9 out of 9.
yeah.
So yeah, if you want to see us do better next time, or you want to,
Or worse.
yeah, or
We've
worse, you
done
never
worse.
really know with us. So Mike, where can they find us?
At Ordinary Effort on Instagram, on Blue Sky. If you're listening to us on the podcast platforms, you can find us on YouTube. We'd really love if you could help boost that channel on YouTube. So give us a subscribe there. If you're already on YouTube watching this and you want to take us to go in the car, we're on the podcast platforms. So yeah, we're all over the place. And we have a Discord server, like we mentioned, where people who everyone in the Discord is going to give us names for that box too.
Oh
We,
yeah.
we we need to tell them
Oh
what we
man.
just did here. But yeah, join our Discord. We play daily grids. You can play with us. Sometimes people play without us. Quite often people play without us.
Most times, yeah.
I'll get like notifications while I'm working. I'm like, I want a grid, and they're like, yeah, just a lunchtime grid. I'm like, I can't, but
Yeah,
like you guys, I mean, but they have a blast in there. It's a good time.
they do.
So join us, play some grid with us, and stay ordinary because that's
Stay as
clearly what we're
ordinary
doing.
as us using Ichiro. So
Yeah.
yeah.